Hello again, welcome to another video. We learned about the Dutch in the last video, right? If you have any doubts regarding it, please call or message me to ask the doubt. Um, or else we'll be discussing the same thing in our next class also. So don't worry, okay? So now let's go and see who the English were, okay, and what did they do in India. So we all know the English or the British were people from England, right? They were traders and merchants from a place called England or Great Britain. Okay. So what did they do in India? So we already know why did they come to India, right? For spices and for trading, right? We have discussed this question again and again, and we know how did they come to India, right? They came to India through the sea route. Simple. So now let's look at what did they do in India. So it will be a little heavy for you. You have already looked at the Dutch and now the English. It will be heavy for you, but I'm making it a little simple for you. Okay. So if you have any doubts regarding the British also, you can message or call me. Okay. And we'll be studying this or discussing between us in the next class also. And if you have any doubts, please go to the textbook too, right? So let's see what did they do in India. So on 31st December 1600, okay, 31st December 1600, it's a date. In that date, Elizabeth, who was the Queen of England, okay, Elizabeth, the Queen of England, gave permission to the English East India Company to trade with India. So there was a company called English East India Company in Britain or England, and this company was given permission to trade with India. When? On 31st December 1600. Who gave permission? Queen Elizabeth. Okay. So the company was headed by a governor and 24 directors. So the company, the English East India Company, consisted of a governor. There was a governor and 24 directors. Okay, and Captain Hawkins. Okay, he was a member of the company. He was an British person. He was a British official. Captain Hawkins visited Jahangir's court. Okay, Jahangir. Who is Jahangir? அவங்க யாரு? Jahangir வந்து Mughal emperor. India was ruled by the Mughals during this time, and Jahangir was a Mughal emperor at that period. So Captain Hawkins came to Jahangir's court. Jahangir's court means Jahangir's palace. He came to Jahangir's palace in 1608. Okay, in the year, can you see 1608? To get trade concessions. Trade concessions mean சின்ன சின்ன உதவிகள் இல்லையா? Trade பண்றதுக்கு சின்ன உதவிகள். So அதுக்காக Captain Hawkins came to visit the Jahangir's court. Okay, to get சின்ன சின்ன உதவிகள் or trade concessions, ட்ரேடுக்காக இருக்கிற உதவிகள் for the English East India Company. So what happened is that Jahangir gave permission to raise a settlement at Surat. Suratல ஒரு settlement பண்றதுக்கு he gave permission. But what happened is that Jahangir had to cancel this permission. Jahangir only gave the permission, but later he had to cancel the permission um, because the Portuguese was there, right? The Portuguese said, no, you can't give permission because we are here. We need to do trade. So we don't want the British to come here and trade. Okay. So the Portuguese said like that, and Jahangir had to cancel the permission. Jahangir was pressurized by the Portuguese. Okay, so he had to cancel the permission. Now let's see what happens next. So they lost Surat, but what they did is they established their first factory in 1611 at Masulipatanam. So there is a place called Masulipatanam, and in 1611 the English raised their first factory in Masulipatanam. Okay, in 1612 the English captain Thomas Best. Okay, or English captain இருந்தது Thomas Best. What did he do? He defeated the Portuguese. Okay, near Surat. Near Surat, the place called Surat, near to it, in 1612 a naval battle took place, okay, fight between ships. In that battle, English captain Thomas Best defeated the Portuguese, that is the British defeated the Portuguese. So what happened? The Mughal emperor after this gave permission to establish their factory at Surat. Okay, so earlier the Mughal emperor had to cancel the permission because the Portuguese was there, but now in 1612 Thomas Best என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காரு, அவங்க வந்து the Portuguese defeat பண்ணியிருக்காரு. So the Jahangir gave permission to the English to establish the factory. Okay, and Surat became the headquarters of the British in Western India. In Western India, Surat became the headquarters of the British. And in 1615, okay, in the year 1615, another person came. So we know that Captain Hawkins came, then Captain Thomas Best came, and now in 1615, Sir Thomas Roe, okay, he came to Jahangir's court. So this is the thing you got, or most of you got confused. Many of you gave Captain Hawkins name, right? For instead of sorry, for Hawkins name, you gave Thomas Roe's name, right? So in 1615, Sir Thomas Roe came to India to Jahangir's court, okay. And what did he do? He remained here for 3 years. He lived in Agra for 3 years. Agra is a place, okay, in India. So Thomas Roe lived in Agra for 3 years and made a treaty with Jahangir. Okay, what did he do? He made an arrangement or a compromise panni, okay, with Jahangir. What treaty? Commercial treaty only. Means to conduct trade. Trade பண்றதுக்காக ஒரு treaty. Okay, and what happened after this is that English வந்து அவங்களோட trading centers, okay, to do trade, they established trading centers at Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad and Bhuj. We already know Surat and Agra, and then there is two other places, Ahmedabad and Bhuj. Okay, in these places the English made trading centers. Remember this. And again in 1639, Francis Day, okay, Francis Day was an English merchant or English merchant ஆயிருந்தது. He got Madras, okay, Madras as lease na rent வாடகை. Okay, Francis Day got Madras as lease from Chennappa Nayaka in 1639. Who is Chennappa Nayaka? He was the ruler of Chandragiri. We'll study about Chennappa Nayaka in our class, so don't worry. Just remember this. In 1639, the English merchant Francis Day, he got Madras, that is today's Chennai, not just Chennai, a lot of area. Tamil Nadu was there. Tamil Nadu, parts of Andhra Pradesh, everything was there, okay. So Francis Day obtained Madras as a lease from Chennappa Nayaka, okay, the ruler of Chandragiri in 1639. And the East India Company built its famous factory, okay, built its famous place known as Fort St. George. It's famous fort known as Fort St. George in Madras. Okay, the British made another fort which is now in Calcutta called Fort William. Okay, so Fort St. George in Madras, it is a famous factory it built, a famous fort it built, and in Calcutta it made Fort William. So Fort St. George in Madras, Fort William in Calcutta. These are two forts they built. And next they did two battles, two wars, okay, two fights they did, that is Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Okay, Battle of Plassey took place in the year 1757 and Battle of Buxar in 1764. And with these two battles, what happened? The British company, the East India Company, or the British became a political power, became very strong in India, and they started to rule India. They came to control India. So we'll learn about Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar in another chapter. So just for now, just remember that after these two battles, the British who just came to trade in India, okay, they only came to trade in India, but after this battle, what happened? They became rulers of India. They started ruling India, right? So this is what we have learned about the British. We um, looked at what they did in India, right? They came here in 1600, and who came in 1608? That was Captain Hawkins. He visited Jahangir, right? And then we looked at the first factory that was in Masulipatanam in 1611. Then we saw how in 1612 Captain Thomas Best defeated the Portuguese, right, in a naval battle that took place in Surat. Thus 1613ல அவங்க வந்து சூரத்ல ஒரு ஃபேக்டரி எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிட்டு போனாரு. And then in Surat became the headquarters of the British in Western India. And 1615, Sir Thomas Roe, was sent to Jahangir's court, and he lived in Agra for 3 years. And after that, he made a treaty with Jahangir. Then the British established trading centers, okay, trading centers to do trade in places called Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad, and Bhuj, four places, okay. Then in 1639, the English merchant who was called Francis Day obtained Madras as a lease from Chennappa Nayaga. And what happened? The East India Company built a famous factory called Fort St. George in Madras, and another fort was made in Calcutta called Fort William. Okay, and two battles took place: Battle of Plassey in 1757 and Battle of Buxa in 1764. And after these two battles, the British became very powerful and India came under the control of the British. So very simple. If you have any doubts, please call or message me like I said. And another thing is that read through your textbook. There is a section called the Dutch, okay, and a section called the British or the English. Read these two sections, read these two headings, do the homework I'm giving you, the questions I'm giving you. If you want to watch the video again, watch it again and ask the doubts, okay. Just make sure that you're watching this video and doing the homework before you come to class, because it will be really helpful for you. So see you in class, children. Hope you have a great day ahead. Hope you have a really wonderful day studying also. Bye.